And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cleveland Browns. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He's got a man, complete. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Lucky 56, lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and sneak it here. And he will push forward and pick up the 1st down. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gun, 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 gun.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Leopard, Leopard. Gun, 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 gun.
From the gun, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
So typically you'd say nice job defensively to force a decision on 4th down, but they've already gone for it once and converted, so you better make sure your defense stays out on the field and is alert.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. And Tucker's kick right there, it's good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Gun, 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 gun. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hut, hut.
1st down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. He finds an opening past the 40. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit, Detroit.
Mayfield now from the 50. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Gun, 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 gun.
Mayfield on 1st down. Steps away to his left. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10.
As wide receivers do. In this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going.
Over! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 2nd down, Jackson. And incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
They go play action now. Jackson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, Brandon, there's no question who they're going to look to on 3rd and long, but you can bet this defense knows that as well, so they've got him blanketed downfield. And this ball winds up being intercepted.
And the Browns getting set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit!
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process, when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school.
Green 39! Green 39! Gun!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
A second down throw for Mayfield. Being chased out left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mayfield with it once more. Forced out to his left. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Here's Randy Bullock now as he'll go for the field goal. And Bullock will put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. A good way there to have him bounce back from the interception last drive. Something underneath, a little bit of rhythm going.
I know the best ones in the league have supreme confidence, but every now and then you need a little booster, don't you? This is their way of protecting him and bringing him back, and then they'll turn him loose later, I would think.
On second down, here's Smith. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Jackson on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. I got 83.
Jackson from the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth.
Hey. Gun.
Fourth down. Here's Jackson. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
Second down, Mayfield. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Trying to cover Cooper there a little too closely.
And he's such a tough cover because he runs his routes so well. Hard to stay with him and hard to figure out exactly where the break points are. And in this case, he created another pass interference call.
Here we go now. 319. 319. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Dancing to his left. Over the middle, complete. It's Cole. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Mayfield now on second down. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Bullet good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Ravens. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. More from Cleveland after this. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson on first down. Flush to his right. Open man right side is Ingram. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From midfield now, here's Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack. Back at the 47-yard line. Taco Charlton in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. The Ravens on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. The Ravens moving quickly here as the clock runs.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And Ingram holds it in. Big chunks of yardage the last few plays, and the Ravens have another 1st down. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the 1st half. Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down. Again, Jackson buying time to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
No. Check. Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
From the gun, Jackson flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. You want the 3rd quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the 1st half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Mayfield to throw it. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this 2nd half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd down, Mayfield steps away to his left. And he's got his tight end in Njoku. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Green 39.
They go play action here on first down. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On first down, it's Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
3 down, 3 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Detroit! 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 All right, now, lucky 56.
To throw, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Going for it all. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Vernon Hargreaves with a pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Gun!
Here's Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Good work that time to get him to jump, and now here's 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Smith. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, Jackson. Room to run past midfield. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. A first down carry for Smith. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Over! Gun! 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 Gun!
On second down, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one goes for 36 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. Smith trying to run for it. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Jackson looking to throw on second down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it third and goal. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up fourth.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again, the 25, second and 10.
Leopard! Gone!
A second down throw for Mayfield. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful.
The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
4 down. Check. Detroit! Gone!
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Flush to his right. Completes it right side to Cooper. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
All right, here we go.
Now a play fake here on first down. Going for the deep ball. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll try and run down some clock with Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Hot!
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Leopard! Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Hot!
Here we go. It's Gurley. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
Mayfield to throw it this time. Being chased out left. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. He got 29 yards that time. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 3. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Working out of the gun. Mayfield forced out to his left. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Oh, how about this on 1st and goal? And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
They don't get in, but the clock keeps moving. So, Brandon, it might actually be to their benefit if it takes them a few plays to actually get it in the end zone.
Todd Gurley standing by as lonesome in the backfield here.
Detroit,
2nd and
Detroit.
goal.
Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Gun, gun! Hot!
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Mayfield now. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Buying time to his left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Work with me, partner. Take a deep breath, because that's what they're doing down the field now. That incompletion allowed them to exhale a little bit. Get in the huddle. Kind of scan the crowd, see if any celebrities are here. Relax a little bit as they start this big drive.
Back to throw. Steps away to his... And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Got to be careful here. They need to move quickly, but it's also 4th. He's back to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Well, they did the part they had to do. Quick throw got the first down.
But that doesn't allow them to relax. They still have plenty of work to do.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
He'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Hurry up, here we go.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Browns, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Ravens, it's a loss that could have implications on the playoff race as they fall to 9-4. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.